Throw it on the ground. Stop, y'all. Stop spitting on it.
Pull-ups tries to bully a cop.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. You put that one too. Shut up. Go. You got your ugly ass shirt. I'm frying this Oreo head.
Nigga, so stab me in my face and tell me you're sorry, nigga. Tell me you're sorry, nigga. What's you sorry for, nigga? What's you sorry for? Why, nigga? Why you sorry for that shit, nigga? It's disrespectful as fuck, nigga. To me and my whole people, nigga. All these niggas right here. All these niggas right here, bro. Ain't no talking to these niggas crazy, bro. Like, that shit is crazy for you to say, nigga. You know that shit is not okay, bro. You know that shit. Then why you say that shit? Why you say that shit, nigga? You know that shit is not... You know... Hey, Patrick. Hey. You know that shit. Bro, hey, brother. You know
Sorry, excuse me. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the story.
This is
a disgrace. Men dressed as prostitutes reading filth to children. Look at all these people here, lads. They're a protection of grooming. Right.
Basically cynically toying with partnering. I think the Democrats are basically cynically toying with partnering with this so-called anti-racist movement, and that is going to back whites against the wall and cause them to start seeing things racially in a way that they haven't in more than a generation, and that the net result of those two phenomena is that we are going to be headed to a conflict that nobody knows the way out of. And what's more, unlike our first Civil War, there's not even a geographic description of a solution, right?
I'm not sure about that, though, because you have quite a lot of whites that are no longer interested or exhausted in their own identity who are not going to be taking up that war. So it gets a lot more complicated than white versus black.
I agree it's more complicated, but do you see a way that it ends acceptably? I mean, you have a well-armed rural white population that is now correctly understanding
that
it is being targeted by a mob that claims it's guilty of all sorts of
we are guilty of all sorts of crimes that we are not committing, that are being committed against us. Let's watch that whole clip one more time, shall we? Really listen to their fucking what they have to say.
I think the Democrats are basically cynically toying with partnering with this so-called anti-racist movement, and that is going to back whites against the wall and cause them to start seeing things racially in a way that they haven't in more than a generation, and that the net result of those two phenomena is that we are going to be headed to a conflict that nobody knows the way out of. And what's more, unlike our first Civil War, there's not even a geographic description of a solution, right?
I'm not sure about that, though, because you have quite a lot of whites that are no longer interested or exhausted in their own identity who are not going to be taking up that war. So it gets a lot more complicated than white versus black.
I agree it's more complicated, but do you see a way that it ends acceptably? I mean, you have a well-armed rural white population that is now correctly understanding that it is being targeted by a mob that claims it's guilty of all sorts of things that it actually isn't guilty of yet.
I am not even a white person. I am American mutt. I am part Scottish, part Irish, part Indian. Who fucking God knows what. Racism has never been part of my life. Ever. But how could I not stand against this totalitarian, abusive ideology? All right. 2.9K shares on just this one little video here. Right. That, you know, and this is, there's tons of shit. 3.7, you know, 1.1, right? This shit is just getting suppressed. Okay, it's happening way more than we're allowed to share, and this is something that people who've been in this digital conflict since 2013 now understand. All right, it wouldn't even matter if no one was watching this. The fact that the videos exist and are proof, when taken in total, of this grooming, totalitarian, destructive ideology. Okay, and maybe there's people in my community who think it's a-okay. Right? I think they're doing nothing wrong and everything's fucking chill. When they have so many fucking women locked behind a facade of spirituality that you can literally track the ovulation cycles of the entire fucking town almost off their fucking movements. Right? And you can track the presence of wealthy celebrity pimps from the fucking city in our fucking town right alongside that. And the abuse that these women are forced to endure by this community and communities across the country, what they're forced to endure for the sake of cultural enrichment is repulsive, and I could not show it here without getting my whole account banned and everything shut down. All right, this is a fucking sickness. And if there's and the people in this town, I didn't even say if the people in this town who think they're being fucking clever, need to stop being clever and start being honest, or they need to fucking disappear, right? Because regardless, in this territory, when this breaks out, like Beale Air Force Base is not far away. All right, Beale Air Force Base is still controlled by American military holding American ideals to some extent. Okay? This is a very difficult conflict for everyone. Okay? But people who are complicit in the whores that I just fucking filed through and continue to be complicit, you're either a traitor or you're being coerced. If you're coerced, it's time to tell everybody, right? And if you're one of these females who thinks that your suffering is saving everyone, and your suffering is what's keeping your brothers alive, and it just sucks so much you have to lie to them, and if they only knew how much you suffered on their behalf, you are a deluded dumbass cunt who sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. No, that's what you are. That's what you are. You're supporting the abuse of people who the elderly, the innocent, people trying to do good, and you support that with your ideologies and your corrupt fucking practices, and your defense of these indefensible acts, these fucking crimes of just sinister proportions. You're disgusting. And that's why you can't find men who want to fucking be around you most of the time. And that's why you only find abusers. Because you excuse the abuse. Because of fear, because you're getting lied to, and you're getting segregated, because you're ignorant fucking elders, and the ignorant fucking police force, and the ignorant fucking military, and the ignorant fucking politician have never been to Afghanistan and don't understand how the fucking world works.